the book of Galatians chapter 4 verse 1. It says, now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all, but is under tutors and governors until the time appointed of the Father. Now, first and foremost, I want to give infinite honors and prayers to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rekah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the icons that's pushing the truth and sincerity. Lord willing, you brothers enduring to the end. And in today's lesson, the topic, as you can see on the screen, here it got governor, teacher, coach, mentor, guardian, instructor, leader. All right. I just won't cover the tracks of basically a man saying that he can be self-taught. All right. He don't have to be under men. All right. To learn and understand the scriptures of the Most High, man. All right. Through the Spirit, the Lord is dealing with men that are on high, that are in a higher position, a higher rank than other men, to teach and guide them the word that they may do also, man. All right. And in this lesson, I'm going to go into that schoolmaster. You see, to prove that. Okay. Because there's a lot of, there's a lot of hypocrisy going on about, oh, I don't need to be taught, teachers. I mean, this is a common thing, commotions amongst Israelites, man. Israel in particular, man. All right. Men who feel themselves to be prophets of the Lord, all right, who haven't been ordained, and the actual prophets of the Lord who have been ordained, all right, from the land on the hands of the presbytery. Okay, but it says, now I say that the heir, all right, let's get this word heir, because there's something in particular in there, all right, in Galatians 4 and 1. Here we go. Play it real quick, which is the root.
Strong's G 2819. Kleros. Kleros.
It says a portion of the ministry common to the apostles. Now I'm going to jump to the main point. Is in C. All right. G2819. Go to C. It says those whose care and oversight has been assigned to one, allotted charge, used of Christian churches, the administration of which falls to the lot of the presbyteries. All right. Now I'm going to go to 1 Timothy 4 and 14 and show you the presbytery. All right. This 1 Timothy 4 and 14, it says, neglect not the gift that is in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, with the land on the hands of the presbytery. All right, let's get this word presbytery in a strong right here, right? It's lock. Just so we could get an understanding, because the L, which is, of course, Yahweh Shah, received a lot of all things, right? He was also taught and governed by tutors and men, man. And I'm going to prove that through the scriptures.
Strong's G 4244. Presbyterian. Presbyterian.
Presbyterian. It says a body of elders. Elders. Key point. Presbytery. The Senate. The council of the Jewish elders. Of the elders of any body, assembly of Christians. We know the Christian goes back into who? The disciples, man. All right. It says the order of elders, i.e., okay, the estate of elders. Now let's get the root, right?
Strong's G 4245. Presbyteros. Presbyteros.
Okay, it says an elder of age, the elder of two people, advanced in life, an elder, a senior, forefathers, the term of rank or office among the Jews, members of the great council of Sanhedrin, because in early time the ruler of the people, judges, etc., were selected from elderly men. Notice he's putting a discrepancy between elder men and other men. It says, of those who in separate cities manage public affairs and administer justice. Among the Christians, those who presided over the assemblies. All right. And the Christians was the Israelites, man. All right. Back in Antioch, where they was called niggers or blacks, which goes into the Christians, man. All right. The followers of the Mashiach. The New Testament used the term bishop, elders, and presbyteries interchangeably. You see, the 24 members of the heavenly Sanhedrin are court-seated on thrones around the throne of the Most High. All right, which the elders go, which they're speaking about in Revelation. All right, it says the older as now a senior, especially in, same thing, Israelite Sanhedrin, or Christian presbytery, the oldest. All right, because the reason I'm bringing you to that, because we're going to get into it. We're going to get into the Luke. I'm going to go to the Luke real quick. All right. To show you that now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, which is the Mashiach Yahushua, different nothing from a servant, though he be Lord of all. All right. So once he came in the flesh, he had to still go through the same protocols, getting the truth and learning the truth. Of course, the Spirit of the Lord ascended on him and came down on him, but it still was an order, because when he was 12, matter of fact, let's prove this. This Luke 12 and around, I'm going to start at 42. It says, and when he was 12 years old, this is after the feast of the Passover, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast, which he's coming into what? His time to where he's, all right, becoming a man in his manhood of his actually what? His learning, okay? He about to start, learning the word. It says, which he had the word, of course, he's still a son of the Most High. So we know that all things lie with him. That's why it says, now I say that the heir, as long as he is a child, differeth not from a servant. It says, and when he was 12 years old, they went up to Jerusalem after the custom of the feast. And when they had fulfilled the days, as they returned, the child, the Mashiach, tarried behind in Jerusalem. And Joseph, his mother, knew not of it. But then, supposing him to have been in the company, went a day's journeys, and they sought him among their kinfolks and acquaintance. And when they found him not, they turned back again to Jerusalem, seeking him. And it came to pass that after 3 days, all right, they found him in a temple, sitting in the midst of the doctors, both hearing them and asking them questions. Now, I'm going to go into this word. Come on, man. This doctors right here. All right. So they found him in the midst of what? In the doctors. Let's see who the doctors are.
Strong's G 1320. Didaskalos. Didaskalos.
It says a teacher in the New Testament, one who teaches concerning the things of God and the duties of man. So who was our teachers? We laid eyes on our teachers first. All right. Who was those men? The elders. All right. The elders. All right. That's how we learned we was Israelites. Now, if you didn't see an elder, all right, then you saw it from, the apostles, and you saw it from an elder or a bishop, or you heard it from another camp, or you saw this man, it's gonna all go back into that tree, all right, of Yahweh Shah. All right. And the branches thereof is the men of the Lord. It says in the New Testament, one who teaches concerning the things of God and the duties of man, one who is fitted to teach or thinks himself so. The teachers of the Jewish religion, of those who by their great power as teachers draw crowds around them, i.e. John the Baptist and the Mashiach. All right. Of those, it says by preeminence used of the Mashiach by himself as one who showed men the way of salvation, of the apostles and of Paul, of those who in the religious assemblies of the Christians undertook the work of teaching with the special assistance of the Holy Spirit. You see that? All right. So they undertook the work of teaching with the special assistance of the Holy Spirit. The Ruach Kodesh, man. All right. That's what aids the Holy Spirit, man. You see? It says an instructor, a doctor, a master, a teacher. Now the whole time I've been, reading this, it's, gotta be for your understanding, man. You gotta be able to grasp this. It says to teach, all right? To hold discourse with others in order to instruct them. Deliver didactic discourses. To be a teacher. To discharge the office of a teacher. Conduct oneself as a teacher. Conduct oneself. To impart instruction. Instill doctrine into one. To explain or expound a thing. To teach one something. All right, let me see. Let me see what this word is. Didactic. Intended to teach, particularly in having moral instruction as an ulterior motive. Okay. So as we could see, Yahushua was learning from the doctors. He was both hearing them and asking them questions. All right. And of course, they was astounded at the answers Yahushua had, because remember, it was special in what it just said. All right, one that had special in aiding the Holy Spirit. Salaki, man. All right, it says not an El, meaning Yahushua, but it's under tutors and governors until the time appointed. Now let's get into, all right, the tutor and the governors until time appointed, right? This is Galatians 4. So there's a what? There's a time to learn it, and then there's a time to be what? A teacher. But in order to be teaching out here, you got to been alert, man. All right? You can't come up another way. It says, but it's under. Get this word tutors right here, right? This is the word tutor in the online etymology, and I'm going to get it in the Strongs. It says a guardian, a custodian. Not everything I just read said it was what? A guardian. It says a tutor, a private teacher. All right? It says a guardian, a watcher. Keep in point for that watcher. All right? Remember that. To watch over. Look at. To protect. All right? To give instruction to. All right? So remember that. Watch over and watch. All right? So now let me get the word tutor. In the online etymology real quick. All right.
Strong's G 2012. Epitrapas.
All right. So if Yahushua was under the under governors and tutors, how much more a man? All right. That we, come on, man. It says one to whose care or honor anything has been instructed. A curator, a guardian, a steward or manager of a household or lands, an overseer, one who has the care and tutelage of children, either whether the father is dead, a gardener of minors, or whether the father is still alive. Because you could become a gardener of somebody's children if that person is strung out on drugs or certain things like that. All right, or a tutor. All right, it says a domestic manager, a commissioner, a gardener, a steward, a tutor. All right, let me see if this what it say for the. They have also the root words in it. I just wanted to check it real quick and see what they say. Character, all right. So we are under tutors and governors until a time appointed, man. All right. So I know I had to look up a few things in the in the precepts. All right. This is the word governors.
Strong's G 3623. Akoinamas.
It says the manager of household or of household affairs. So there's always somebody what over a house. A house is a tabernacle. All right. And the tabernacle of the Most High is with men. Let me get that. All right. Because, Jake don't be getting it, man. All right. The Lord flock is with men. This Revelation 21:3. It says, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, behold, the tabernacle of God is with men, and he will dwell with them. And they shall be his people, and God himself shall be with them and be their God. All right. So ain't no going around that, man. It says, especially a steward, manager, superintendent. All right. It says in a metaphor, the apostle and other Christian teachers and bishops and overseers. Come on, man. You can't get around that, man. All right. You can't get around that, man. Okay. So we under governors and tutors to a time until what? That time appointed. All right. All right. Yeah. So we under the moral instructions that's given by the Mashiach through the elder apostles, man. All the way down to the elders of the camps and the bishops of the camp and given it to the younger men. The order and the instructions is there. Matter of fact, this 2 Timothy, like you see, it's whether Jake won't get it or not. This 2 Timothy 3:16, it says all scriptures is given by the inspiration of the Most High and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness. So it's given unto men to give unto what? Other men, man. All right. For men to guide you. Okay. Until you able to what? See it and get it for yourself. That's why it says until the time appointed of the Father, man. All right. Because, hey, even matter of fact, this is this Galatians chapter 3, verse 24. And it says, wherefore the law was our schoolmaster. Okay. Bear with me real quick. It says, wherefore the law was our schoolmaster to bring us into the Mashiach Yahushua, that we might be justified by faith. But after the faith has come, we are no longer under the schoolmaster. All right. So long as we, all right. So once you got that faith, now you're under what? The law of faith now. All right. Meaning what? You have graduated from one stage to the other, man. And Jake haven't graduated. They got a lot of Israelites think, oh, I just need to keep the law, the law, the law. You still under the schoolmaster, man. All right. You still under that schoolmaster, all right? And the schoolmaster is a male teacher in the school. Matter of fact, let me get it. I'm gonna get it also in the Strong's, man. All right. The schoolmaster.
Strong's G 3807. Paidagogos. Paidagogos.
It says a tutor. There you go again. You see? There's a schoolmaster in the Strong. A tutor, i.e. a gardener and guide of boys. All right? It says among the Greeks and the Romans, the name was applied to trustworthy slaves who were charged with the duty of supervising the life and morals of boys belonging to the better class. You see? A watcher of that person. The boys were not allowed so much as to step out the house without them before arriving at the age of manhood. Meaning what? Once you can start to be on your own, once you start to, become a man, you learn and then you start to what? So you could get into what? The stage of teaching, man. A schoolmaster, an instructor, a boy leader, a servant who offers it to take the children to school. Okay, a tutor. You see, they got a That's why Jake don't, Jake don't really get the understanding of things, man. To lead with, to take one. All right? This is a root.
Strong's G71. Ago.
It says to lead, to take with one. To lead by laying hold of, and this way to bring to the point of the destination. Meaning to what? To get them to a certain point to be built up, man. All right? We don't just have elders and teachers for, man, you give praises and honors to elders and teachers. You don't know what that means. You don't understand. All right? Because they are what? Spiritual fathers. Meaning, as babes, they're building us up as babes until we at full age to where we could build other men up, man. All right? That's their job and duty, okay? They have a job with the Lord too. It says to be led by accompanying to into a place. To lead with oneself, attached to oneself as attendant. To conduct or bring. To lead, guide, to direct. So the Lord set up guides and leaders to direct, all right? Men in truth, all right? To lead through, to move, impel of forces and influence on the mind. And they're influencing us in what? In the truth, to serve the Lord. To turn from our sins, man. All right? To bring, to carry. And they carried, the men of the Lord carry us because they what? They care for us, man. All right? This is Hebrews 13, right? Because men, we just don't get it, man. Well, 13:7, it says, remember them which have the rule over you. Remember, watchers, who have spoken unto you the word of the Most High. So, what would give them the overseeing right of eldership or apostleship over you? They have spoken the word of the Lord to you. Because everybody, man, is in his order. All right? And the Lord deal with order. Okay? So those who have been before you are your elders. All right? They're elder men. It says, whose fate follow considering the end of their conversation. So they're the guides. All right? They're the guides that keeps us. Okay? And the Lord, even in the time with Moses, when the Lord was dealing with Moses, all right, he was dealing with Aaron as well, but he was dealing with Moses, what, straight up. Then he'll tell Moses to go tell Aaron. But he never was dealing with everybody. He was dealing with them, and Moses and Aaron was the elder of the people. You see? So the Lord always dealt with elders and other men and, the priests, the older men, man, the seniors. All right? I'm going to jump to 17. It says, obey them that have the rule over you and submit yourselves. All right? Meaning having a rule over you, man. Jake thinking, they could tell you what to do and this and that. That don't mean that, you dummy. Matter of fact, let me see, man. Let me pull it. Jake's so emotional, man. Hell, we have fathers in our lives that rule over you, and Jake wouldn't say nothing. He wouldn't give them no hard time. But though, yeah, all right, these men are not your father, but they're your spiritual father, because most of our fathers didn't direct or lead us into the ways of truth. That's what gives them that spiritual, all right, through the Spirit, the Lord set them up to be our spiritual fathers. You see? Let me get this, though. This Hebrews, like you say, Jake don't get it, man. This Hebrews 13 and 17, I won't see that word rule. To submit means to come under the rule of, man. It says, this girl right here.
Strong's G 2233, Hegeamai.
Okay, so them that have the rule over you. So the Lord said there's going to be men that have rule over you in the scriptures. Don't get in your feelings in your bag, man. Just look, get in line, man. Get in line. But guess what? Those that's of an impotent mind, they gonna be hard-headed. All right, they don't want instructions. All right, they don't like order. They despise order. It says to lead, to go before, to be a leader, to rule, to command, to have authority over, a prince, of governor, of regal power, a chief, leading as respects influence, controlling in counsel, overseers or leaders of the church, man. And we the church. Israel is the church. All right, a commander, a leader in speech, a chief spokesman. Okay? A governor or a judge. Okay? That's the same one I read for ago. So that's the same one. Okay? And that's hey man, that's the moral of the story, man. You need somebody to teach you, or you're gonna end up in this position right here, man. Check out this, man. Because we don't know our own way. You see? There's a way that seemeth right to a man, but the end of the ways, the ways is death. The end of that is death, man. This Job 6:24. And it reads, it says, teach me and I will hold my tongue, and cause me to understand wherein have I erred. If the Lord had not set up the men of the Lord to come down and to take the knowledge and bring it down, all the way to the newest member, the newest man or the youngest man, shall I say, okay? Because it don't, matter, if you're a member, all right? It matters if you rightly divine the word of truth, okay? We would not know, we would not know who we are. We wouldn't even know we Israelites, man. All right? We have not would have waken up, okay? That's why every man have to come in the order, all right? Now, we don't know the order of the Most High. He got things set up in a spirit, all right? But, hey, the Lord can have his order however which way he want to have it, okay? You can't get mad because you ain't been called 30 years ago to start teaching. You've been called 2, all right? 3 years. Like, look, get in your order, man. Fall in your place. It says, teach me and I will hold my tongue, meaning guide me, instruct me, show me, all right, and cause me to understand wherein I have erred. Other than that, you will err off, man. You would err off, not knowing the truth. All right, because remember, these men is the ones that watch for your soul. Matter of fact, let me get back to it, right? This Hebrews 13:17, obey them that have the rule over you and submit yourselves, all right, in all humility, for they watch for your souls. Remember that watch? Remember that I got in there, that tutors or what it was? Yep. The protectors, the watchers, the tutor, and the online etymology, to watch for your souls as they that must give account, that they may do it with joy and not with grief, for that is unprofitable for you, because they have a job. They have a job to do. You see? They have a job to watch for the men, to watch over the flock. You see? So we all have duties and jobs to do. If you worry about your job, you wouldn't be focused on the job of the other man. All right? Because you'll be getting your work done, your duty done. You see? This is Colossians 3:22. Because this is all spiritual. Children, obey your parents in all things. Let me see. And you could take that. That's multifold, man. because we got spiritual parents. This says, children, obey your parents in all things. That's on a carnal, the physical level, all right, and spiritual. Obey your parents in all things, for this is well pleasing unto the Lord. To listen to him, to hearken to him, man. So like I wanted to see something. It says, fathers, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged. All right? Because having that apostleship, elder title, man, hey, they being careful, so they don't get reported, oh, they were some lousy elders. All right? They angered us. They didn't teach us in the way of the Lord. All right? They didn't show us the paths. Okay? They still have a duty to do, man. All right? These men have jobs. So do we. You see? And if everybody doing our job, it'll be well oiled, man. Everything will go accordingly, man. All right? It says, servants, obey in all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in singleness of heart, fearing the Most High. All right? And this gonna cut the people who say, oh man, y'all just doing that because there's men and they, up there and they got power and this woo, etc. It says, and whatsoever ye do it heartily as to the Lord and not unto men. Because the Lord don't have no respects of persons. So if you're doing it in the singleness of heart, fearing the Most High, all right, then it's going to be counted as so. Or if not, you will be doing it in a singleness of heart to please man. And then the Lord going to have an issue with that. It says, knowing that of the Lord ye shall receive the reward of the inheritance. For ye serve the Mashiach Yahushua. You see? So even though we doing this thing with men, we're doing it for Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right? And you got to always have that in mind and know that, man. That's why he said don't do it with eye service as men pleasers. Wanting to please the elders. Everything you do, go to the top. Go up here. Do that, man. Sit down and quietly do your work. All right? Whether you've been here 30 years or 3 years or 3 months or 3 days. All right? Sit still and quietly do your work, man. Okay? Because it says, he that abase himself, man, Salakin, shall be abased. Let me get it. Yeah, it says Matthew 23:12. And whosoever shall exalt himself shall be abased, and he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. Why you think it's men that done fell away, wanting to go by the, the apostles? I don't know much about it. I'm young. I just saw, these men who won't sit by the apostles and the Passover and certain things like that. It's just something I seen. I don't really speak on it much because it's way before my time. All right. But he had to won't be right there. And I look now, where he at now? Want that high office or that high seat. And he that shall humble himself shall be exalted. Others will exalt you, man. Okay? This singleness of heart.
Strong's G 572. Haplates. Haplates.
So it's saying, whatsoever ye do. All right, it says, servants, obeying all things your masters according to the flesh, not with eye service as men pleasers, but in a singleness of the Most High. You see, it says singleness, simplicity, the sincerity, the mental honesty, having your mind towards the Lord. The virtue of one who is free from pretense and hypocrisy, not self-seeking, openness of heart manifesting itself by generosity. Heavy, man. You see? Bountifulness, liberty, Copious bestowal. Singleness, man. You see? Single, whole, good, fulfilling his office, sound, man. Handling your business, man. All right? As all us have a duty to do in this house, man. You see? This Psalms 25:9. And it reads, it says, the meek will he guide in judgment. He said the meek, the lowly, man. All right? The ones who made themselves of humility, man. Coming in what? Honor and humility is the riches of the Most High, man. He said the meek will he guide in judgments. Ye have set up pastors that will lead you according to what? His mind. All right? The Lord set up men, tutors, and governors. All right? That would, until the point of time you under the, I don't want to say you under these men, you know, because, you know, as long as they your elders, they're going to be your elders, all right? But, you know, teaching you and building you up to be able to handle your business. The meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way. So he's showing the meek out here, man. All right? The Lord is giving unto the meek, to the lowly, man. This Sirach 20 and 32. It says, necessary patience in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide, man. So suffering, all right, because we know what patience is, man. It's endurance, suffering. Necessary suffering in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide. Because you ain't going to never be able to seek the Lord. Because you ain't under that governor or that mentor, that tutor, until that time appointed. And but till the next time, I won't say shalom.